Hey there, friends! Welcome to a fun lesson with me. I'm going to draw something new that I've never drawn before. We are going to make a hedgehog today. Why not? Okay, so you need your basic drawing supplies and then whatever you want to color with. And for the first time, I will be using Prismacolor pencils. We're going to try them out, test them out. I bought these for my daughter a few summers ago, and I've played with them a little bit and I really love them. So I thought we would use them in our video today. All right, so I always start out with Sharpie. You guys know that, so that way you can see what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to work horizontal today. So I'm going to flip this guy around a little. I'm going to pull this a little closer so you can see what's going on. Stick me a little piece of tape up here. There we go. Now we are ready. I am going to start. It's going to be a what would that be? Profile? So a side view of the hedgehog. So it's going to be looking over here to the side. We're going to start out with what kind of looks like a C, right? Anytime you can think of something as lines and shapes, designs, letters, anytime you can think of something that way instead of a whole thing, you're going to be a lot more successful. You just break it down step by step, shape, line, whatever it may be, by step, and you're going to have a lot more fun and be a lot more successful. And then of course trust yourself and have fun, right? So from here we're going to have a curved line that goes around, but of course we can't just do a plain curve, so we are going to make a fun zigzag curve. So super major zigzag. If it's easier, you could always very softly with your pencil do a curved line around, and then on the edge of the curved line add your zigzag in there, okay? Now from here we're going to do the bottom of the nose that kind of turns into the mouth area, and then it's going to flatten out and turn into the bottom of the hedgehog, okay? Now from here, we're going to add a cute little nose on there. Why not? Put a little heart. I'm going to give y'all a close-up just for a second so you can see what's going on. Perfect. Okay, now let's see what's next. We've got to make our little hedgehog's face, right? So I'm going to do a curve, a C, and a curve, just like that. So this almost feels like a crescent moon if we didn't have that ear going on, right? Now from here, we're going to do a little eye. Now I have learned from teaching for so long that kiddos all have their own special way of making eyes. So you just let them do their thing, okay? Meanwhile, if you want to do what I'm doing, we've got the circle, we've got the iris, and then we've got a pupil, and then I'll put a little shine in the eye, just like that. If it's a girl, she could have some eyelashes. And then right here, we're going to make a smile going on. We could even put a little grin like that. And we could give her an eyebrow. Now you have to be careful with eyebrows because they can change the whole mood of the artwork, all based off of the eyebrows, okay? We could go from being happy to angry to bored to discontent. So you have to really, really think about the line that your eyebrow takes on, okay? Now, from here, we know that these are lots of little lines in there as well. And how about some ground? We need some ground, right? And we probably need some little feet. How about two little curved lines for feet pulled up in there? And then we'll draw some background in here as well. Okay? Yay! There we go. There's just some squiggles in there. Perfect. And then we'll think about the background later. Okay? So from here, we can start testing out our different pencils. Now, I have a sharpener right here, and I like to keep it handy just in case. This is actually also a Prismacolor sharpener. It works fabulous. It's the Scholar brand, or series, I guess, and so it's actually way more practical in price than all of their normal stuff. So of course, since this is art, you can have as much fun with your colors as you want. I think I'm gonna go with just a creamy tan for the face, for her face, and then I think her body is gonna be like super colorful. Okay. So the cool thing about these is that you can push as hard as you want to, or of course you can let off some pressure and kind of start fading into a softer version as well. And I love that they are so great for blending. So we'll do a little bit of blending somewhere on here, right? Okay, so super, super soft, maybe right around that nose. And then as I go down, I could start pushing a little bit harder. Anytime you're using colored pencils, sometimes it's handy to hold your colored pencil, kind of pinch it on the side like this, and actually shade with it just like that. Okay. And we'll go on down into there. Okay. So we can do harder by coloring normal. And then you can take off some of the pressure of how hard you're pushing and go softer, softer, softer. And you can also use the side of your pencil as well if that will help you with the shading, especially when you're trying to do it real soft and it not look like lines. Like sometimes when you're coloring with colored pencils, it'll just look like lines, and we don't necessarily want that effect. We want it to look nice and smooth like this. Whoop. There we go. Oh yeah. Fabulous. There we go. So that's kind of fun. And it takes on a little different feel by pushing harder up here and then taking off some pressure down there. Now we could do the same on the nose. We could go for a pink nose, or you could go for a red nose, or we could even do both. So we could kind of push harder up here and then come down and be softer, softer, softer like that. And soft in here with the pink and push harder as we go up, just like that. So color pencils, no matter what brand they are always super versatile as far as what kind of effects you can get out of them. So I really, really, really enjoy using color pencils anytime that I can. Okay, let's see. I think I want my little critter to take, well, maybe I just want it to be all kinds of colorful. So we'll just start with our lightest colors and then go from there. We'll just see how we feel, see where it takes us. Now, if you have favorite colors, then of course, just use your favorite colors. Or if you're giving this to somebody, because of course, everybody loves getting a fun piece of art, then you could do colors that they really enjoy. There we go. So I'm using a decent amount of pressure with this yellow just so that it turns out really bold. There we go. Kind of add some little pops in there. Awesome. There, that's kind of fun. Okay, looks a little crazy right now. You got to trust me here. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot the little feet here. Let's go ahead and color those in real quick so we don't accidentally make them some other color, right? Okay, now what if I put some orange in? There we go. We could do little pops of orange in there. Oh yeah. And anytime you're blending colors on top of another color, you really want to kind of work your way kind of a little softer when you're trying to blend on top. There we go. Fabulous. So harder where you're not on the yellow, and then softer where we go on top, where it blends on top. And also, this is really important when you're using colored pencils. Never, ever, ever use a dull color pencil when you're coloring, because it will scratch into your paper, and then it's really hard to get color to go into those grooves that you made by scratching your paper. So that's just a thought. This is a reddish color, but it's not a normal red. It's almost like a fire red. So I'll put some pops of that in there as well. Now, if you wind up coloring on top of the color pencil too, or your pencil lines, or even if you went back and did some Sharpie work on top of your pencil lines, you can always re-Sharpie at the end of the project when you're finished coloring, and really help those Sharpie lines to pop back out again, because color pencil will kind of cover up Sharpie a little bit. It's kind of interesting. You wouldn't think that. There we go. This may wind up just being a warm colored one, huh? And maybe just stick with all my cool colors in the background, maybe? Here we go. Awesome. Love it. Okay, and then what about like some pink maybe? Just because we have all these other warm colors, and I'm afraid that if I pop in a cool color like blue, green, or purple, that at this point, because I have so much warm, it'll just look a little bit funny. So even though technically pink is not a warm color, it kind of works. And we can just kind of get this all in here everywhere. So it'll fill in any little white spots we got going. There we go. Oh yeah, I love it. Okay, and maybe a little pop of this kind of purpley color, because it's kind of a pinky purple, just on top of the pink areas, and maybe a little bit on top of the red areas. Don't necessarily want it to go on top of the yellow, because purple and yellow, when they mix, make a brown sometimes if you're not careful. So I'll keep it off of that, right? Okay. That is so cute. This is a really fun color for the eyes, maybe. It's kind of a minty green, maybe. And how about some black right here in the pupil? Fabulous. And for the grass, I could totally, because I've got so many, is this green? 𝗲𝗱𝗱𝗆. It looks green. And here's some green. And some green. Oh yeah. We'll do just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Awesome. There. And then I could put in some regular green. There we go. And then I have even darker green that I'll pop in there as well. Go. Color pencils do not want to color on top of tape, but that's okay. All right. And since I have some of my lines, I kind of started some of them going left and right. That means now I have to make all of my lines in the grass go left and right, except on those pokey up parts. Now, one thing about Prismacolor pencil lead is it's, I think, a little softer, which makes great for blending. So that's one thing that's a little different about them than maybe, say, like Crayola color pencils. And like I was saying earlier, Prismacolor makes like a student grade color pencil these days, and so much more cost efficient, and they work excellent. So you might look into those if you have a kiddo, or even for yourself that really, really likes to use colored pencils. Okay, let's do some cool colors for the sky. We'll do lots of blues and purples, okay? Since we did lots of greens in the ground, we can do blues and purples in the sky, and that will be gorgeous. And of course, all of these need to be sharpened. Okay. And I have been doing this type of sky quite a bit lately with you guys, but I just really, really like it. Because sometimes it's fun to get a little creative with your colors, right? And not just have them all the same. So instead of just doing one big chunk of sky all the same, we switch it up a little. There we go. Oop. Sharpen this up. Sharpen, sharpen. All right, and I'm kind of using the side of the lead so that way I can fill up more space at once than just using the tip. The tip would take forever to color this whole sky if we were just using the tip. There we go. And then maybe use some this one, they have some fun names. Blue Franc. Okay. And I could have done it where like the lighter colors were on one half of the paper and the deeper blues and purples were on the other, but I kind of just have them everywhere, all blended together. There we go. And again, I'm just sort of overlapping these colors, just working them on top of each other a little bit, using the whole side of the pencil lead, not the tip. Can't really blend very well if you're just using the tip. So using the side of the lead allows you to do some blending. So cute. Maybe a tad bit of blue violet. Why not? There we go. Oh yeah. Super duper. So cute. That is such a fun little friend. We totally need to give her a name. I don't know. I don't know what to name her. You guys should leave me a comment. Tell me what to name her. But super cute. I enjoyed using my daughter's art supplies with you. And like I said, look into the student grade Prismacolor pencils. I think you'll enjoy them. Your kids will enjoy them, and they're very cost efficient. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you have a super duper awesome day, and I cannot wait to do some more art with you.